Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome to another stream. We're for a real talk podcast now. Big up everybody that is here. Couple of things we want to talk about. It looks like the Isak signing is happening. Everyone now is actually now giving you the reason how Liverpool can afford the money for Alexander Isak. We have just listened to Ben Jacobs, and I'm going to just let you actually listen to what Ben Jacobs said with Terry about Eze, an Arsenal opportunity to land another left winger, which might be Rodrigo, might be someone else. Andrea Berta is trying to sell Mr. Gabriel Jesus out of the club. And Newcastle have actually now, I think they surrendered to the idea of 100% without a shadow of a doubt. And if you say otherwise, you're a fraud. And I'm going to embarrass you, inshallah, soon. But I'm going to tell you exactly how Newcastle still played Liverpool. But the one that played everyone is Alexander Isak. We're going to repeat it again. Maybe you don't listen. See, you don't watch Footy Judgment because I explained this plenty of times. Newcastle played Liverpool, let you bid for Ekitiki, thinking that Alexander Isak is a good boy, good boy. He's going to stay at the club, Alexander Isak. And he's never going to hand the transfer request. See, they told him, see, Isak, Liverpool went away from you. And they went to sign Ekitiki, see? But then he said, no, fuck off. He's like, he barked. And he threw a tantrum and he said, no, I want to go to Liverpool. I don't want to stay here. Bro, it's exactly what happened, Osam. Don't embarrass yourself, Broski. Don't embarrass yourself. Because you said on the football terrace that you don't see Liverpool signing Isak after we signed the Ekitiki. You literally, okay, let me just put it this way. You actually confessed by your words that because you signed Ekitiki, you don't see Liverpool signing Isak, which is exactly what Newcastle wanted. Because you didn't see Isak throwing a fuss. I didn't see Isak throwing a fuss. Newcastle didn't see Isak refusing to play for them again. Anyway, moving on from this. If you say otherwise, you're a fraud. Hit that like button, people. We cannot have more votes than likes. There's over 800 people in the house. Hit that like button. Bro, I'm not angry. Why do people think I'm angry that Isak is going to Liverpool? Why is that the case? Why is that? Why would the fuck I take the L? By the way, I am the one who said on the football terrace that Liverpool will still go for Isak, but Newcastle will refuse to sell. And I said that Isak's head might be turned. And Hussam said, no, I don't see him going to Liverpool. Now he's doing a stream after a stream after a stream, dancing on his stream, wearing shades, smoking cigars, and saying Isak is going to join Liverpool. He's literally this. Okay, don't act dumb. You're a very smart man, and I literally explained it to you. Don't act dumb. You are a smart man, and I explained it to you. The only one that played everyone here is Alexander Isak. The only one that played all of us and played Newcastle and played everyone is Alexander Isak. Nobody saw him handing a transfer request. Everyone thought that he's a good boy. That, you know what, he's a good boy. Liverpool are going to bid for him. Newcastle are going to reject. And Liverpool are going to move on. And Newcastle are going to keep their player. No one saw him throwing a tantrum. And I know that you didn't see it coming. But Newcastle made you buy Ekitike thinking that you're going to get away from Alexander Isak. But that didn't happen because you were still always you're like, you know what, Liverpool are like this. And I salute them for this. They have the money. And I'm going to show you the video about the money and everything. Liverpool did this. They're like, you know what, we're going to bid for Isak. If Newcastle accepts the bid and they accept to sit on the table, fine. Otherwise, we'll go to Ekitike. Newcastle said, yeah, we're out of the Ekitike race. You go and get Ekitike. But Liverpool said, we're still going to be lurking around. Maybe Isak throws a tantrum or something. And literally, Isak threw a tantrum. That is happening. You got to stress, but that is good. I'm going to stress for the car shop. I fucked up my car here. And I'm actually in a fight with them for them to fix it. Yeah, Elam. Anyway, fuck who played who. Now, let's actually show something else. 850 people, and I'm telling you guys. Yeah, I mean, you can't debunk what I say. You can't. Redline Otaranga, you cannot debunk what I say. It's because literally I'm telling you story. I'm not telling you opinion. What I said is not an opinion. What I am saying, I am just stating the story. I'm just saying this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. I'm not telling you, oh, I think this is what happened. I'm telling you, this is what happened. You know what? I saw this car driving and it drove the wrong way and it hit this car. I'm just telling you the story. I'm not telling you there is an opinion. There is no story here to debunk. This is literally what happened. That the story is what happened. Can we move on from this shit? I wanted to show you guys a couple of funny things that I actually saw on Instagram. If you guys want to be here with me, that is what is happening. Hear me out. Hit that like button and let me know if you guys find this funny or not. Because here we go. Let's actually do this, guys. Let's do this.
Fly to Singapore. And here's my transfer request to sign for Liverpool. Why not do you want to play for Liverpool? Number 1. Oh, he's done a list. They just won the league. But they didn't win the big one. The Champions League. The Carabao Cup. Away the tune. Number 2. I get to play with the Egyptian king, not the Ginger Ming. The Ginger Ming? Yes, boss. Oh, nothing, Anthony. Have Liverpool bid for me yet, boss? No, Anthony. And Dua Lipa hasn't asked me for your number yet either. Any day now, boss. Number 3. Oh, we're still doing the list. Florian Wirtz. Shit, Jacob Murphy. He's just a shit Jacob Murphy.
Hey, Alexander, what's happening?
He's putting in a transfer request.
Shit, quick. Let me put a bet on you joining Liverpool before that transfer gobshite Fabrizio Romano finds out.
Too late! I tweeted the news 1 minute ago and already have 100k likes!
Damn, that would have been worth the 12-month ban.
Alexander, how about I make you captain?
Sorry, Eddie. I'm out of here.
Right, that does it. I demand you get on the plane. Please?
Ale, ale, ale.
Just wait till I dig hear about this. Okay, Alex.
This is fucking funny as fuck. Hey, I saw this. This is funny, to be honest with you. This is funny. Hit that like button, people. It's all day here with Footy Judge Mo. We will listen to funny shit. Let's go support the channel, people. There's almost 1,000 people here. You know what I mean? 442 Newcastle. It's gonna be Sesko and Wista up top. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Fuck off. I'm not muted. Am I like people say? Okay, don't. Is my mic low now? Is it? No, never mind. Yeah, you're a fraud. My mic is good now because when I play a video, the OBS gets things like gets things mixed up. But yeah, I'm muted now. Bro, you're fried, bro. I'm not muted. You fried. Yeah, that was wrong. Bro, people say I've been smoking weed. I'm good, bro. But listen, there are two things that we wanted to speak about, which is Alexander Isak, and a lot of people have said, how can Liverpool spend that much money? It's actually ridiculous now that Liverpool are spending money. There is, by the way, there is the talk about Gabriel Jesus leaving. Of course, as Hand of Arsenal have tweeted that Andrea Berta is exploring the move, potential sale of Gabriel Jesus this summer. That would be actually open. That would actually be open to maybe getting, what's his name, Rodrigo over the line. So for me, Broski, if Andrea Berta can actually get this guy out of the club. By the way, Ben Jacobs on the Football Terrace have literally stated that Arsenal can go for a left winger if a major signing, if a major departure happens. What is that major departure? Is it Martinelli? Is it Gabriel Jesus? We need to actually, they need to sell the player. Actually, it is reported that they are trying to offload Gabriel Jesus. But I wanted to actually touch on another thing for Liverpool. As it is reported, Liverpool are actually now about to sell Luis Diaz, as Bayern Munich really want to sign Luis Diaz and want to present an offer to Liverpool. It's the same time that the Luis Diaz situation at the current moment is a little bit, as it says, it's 75 million euros. Bayern won't go higher than 80. Liverpool want that much. Liverpool want 80 million euros or 75 million euros. Is that going to be the fund for Alexander Isak? One of the things that was stated yesterday is that Liverpool don't need to sell anyone to actually get Alexander Isak over the line. Liverpool have the money. And on Sky Sports, they actually explained it to actually how Liverpool can actually get the money to sign Isak. I know that a lot of people are crying. And I know a lot of people are saying, how can Liverpool spend that much money? But in the same time, Liverpool have the leeway to spend that money. You know what I mean? False information. I'm going to show you another video that is very funny. But and by the way, I have no idea if the monetization is gone with these videos. I just thought I would share it with the community. I would share it with you guys. We'd enjoy it together. Who cares if the monetization is gone? If there is a copyright or something? There are many things that, to be honest, it's worth more than the thing. It's worth more than actually having the ads. But the reality is just, I wanted to share these videos with you and I wanted to actually talk about it. Guys, I'm just going to have to say something. We have over 900 people here. And if we can get 500 likes within the next 10 minutes, I promise you will get 1,000 people watching. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. We can get, inshallah, as Himmat is saying, 38K today. By you hitting the like button, supporting the channel, we can get the extra 60, 70 subscribers today. Let's get the likes up to 500. The like button, if you don't know, I don't have my phone around me. It's underneath your live chat. So hit that like button and let's get to 38K today. That'll be phenomenal, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, my channel is growing quickly. It's fine, alhamdulillah. Fonzie. My favorite part of this, Hamza crying about spending. Yes, Hamza's crying about spending. Let me just show you. Okay, yes or no in the chat. Do you want to see another Instagram short that is very funny about what is going on in the Premier League now with every single club? Yes or no? That is super duper funny, actually, about the Premier League. But also, one more thing, you know what I mean? I actually think You know, Hamza never even acknowledged that I rated him yesterday. The guy never acknowledged yesterday that I rated the guy. He never did. And it was astonishing to me that he's like, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean? But let me show you the video from yesterday, like from the Instagram. It's actually very funny, you know? Hold on. Let me just refresh this page.
He's not for sale. You either give us Isak or we get Ekitike. What a shame. We'll just have to keep the best striker in the world then, won't we? How are Liverpool allowed to spend this much money? Coutinho money. It's called success, Manchester United. We are successful, thank you very much. Success! What have you won in the last 10 years, United? More than you, Arsenal. Arsenal, you got a package on the way? No. Why? It says here that there's a package for Arsenal on the way right now. I haven't ordered anything. What is it? Well, I guess you'll find out when it arrives. Tottenham, why are you in handcuffs? Nottingham Forest went crying to the Premier League because we illegally approached Morgan Gibbs-White. Forest should be locked up for stealing a Europa League spot. Like Liverpool buying the Premier League, it seems. Man City talking about buying Premier Leagues. I know. How can they talk with all the money they spent? What? Hold on. Why is no one talking about us signing Gyökeres, Isak this, Isak that? We've now got the team to get us over the line. Because it's going to end the same as it does every year. 0 trophies. Tottenham talking trophies. Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Arsenal, that package is here right now. I'll go and get it. I swear, I haven't ordered anything. Here you go. It's empty, but there's a note. Dear Arsenal, here's an empty box, like your trophy cabinet. I'm going to sign Isak.
I actually think these videos are fucking funny. I just wanted to share it with you. You guys entertained. This is turning into an entertainment channel. I found it funny. I'm not making fun of it, but it's actually funny. And I know that a lot of Arsenal fans will find this a little bit offensive, but it's fucking funny as fuck. To be honest with you, it is funny. You gotta admit that this is funny, broski. Like these things that we see in front of us is actually funny. And I like button people, bro. It is funny. Talking points, the video. Like, to be honest with you, it's funny. Like, I found them great entertainment. Bro, it's okay with SSN. I test them out on mine and I don't get any strikes. The only problem is when football is being played on the screen. Respect, bro. Thank you so much. The problem with shorts, that people actually copyright you, bro. Like thank you, Fozzy, for this. Is Fozzy, guys. He was here on the channel yesterday with Jess and the guys. They actually do copyright the channel for some whatever fucking reason, you know. They copyright the channel. I want you guys to listen to this as well. My friend Dylan dropped another video that is on his channel, and it's actually a great video. But I want to know if you guys agree with it or you disagree with it. You know what I mean? Like, let me just play the video again for you. This is funny. I'm not sure if you guys entertained. We're not losing viewers. That means you're all entertained at the current moment. It's actually funny. And I thought that we just have to... We'll talk about the football. We'll talk about the news. When you guys like send questions and stuff, we'll talk about everything. And we'll actually it will be funny. But hear this out, guys. Hear this out.
If Liverpool sign Isak, I'm willing to bet good money they don't win the league next year. Hear me out now. Yeah, this signing probably won't happen anymore now that they've signed Ekitike. But if they added Isak to their starting 11, alongside a new attacker from a whole different league in Verts, and 2 new fullbacks who, let's be honest, are nowhere near as good as Trent and Robertson, with Ekitike as well having to fit into the team somewhere because they haven't dropped nearly 90 million euros to not play him, it's going to be too much for them to adapt to. We all saw with PSG in 2021. When they signed Ramos, Hakimi, Messi, Donnarumma, Wijnaldum, we all thought it was over for world football. Real Madrid added Mbappe to their team last year, who's an insane player, but ultimately made the team worse. Liverpool have had more or less the same core for about 7 years now. Alisson and Van Dijk aren't going anywhere, but they're going to be playing without Trent and Robertson next season, which is going to show in the way they play. I think they'll be so much easier to get at now. But signing Isak would not only be doing too much for me, it's also going to cause problems for Ekitike, who thinks he's coming to be the main striker option. Like I said, the reality is I don't see where they find the budget for him right now. If Isak is going to force a move, which it looks like he is, he's not going to get the move to Liverpool or Arsenal, which he wanted. That ship sailed for him now. If he doesn't stick with Newcastle now, he's only going to end up on a 9-year prison sentence at Chelsea, who are no better than Newcastle, so what's the point? In my opinion, he's made a big mistake trying to force a move away after Liverpool and Arsenal have both signed strikers, because unless he fancies a season in Saudi, he's going to have to pretend he loves Newcastle for another year. But where do you guys think Isak will end up? It's looking pretty nailed on that he's going to leave. Will he get the move he wants, or are we going to see something like what happened to Osimhen last year? Let me know what you think down in the comments.
A couple of things. Number one, Kirkes is a massive upgrade on Robertson. That is just a fact. People are saying that Paul Joyce have just dropped a bomba, and we need to actually look at it. Paul Joyce have dropped a bomba. That is actually, let's see if Paul Joyce have dropped a bomba. Paul Joyce. Paul Joyce. Where is Paul Joyce? Paul Joyce. I'm following Paul Joyce and I actually had the notification on. He didn't drop a bomba or something. Paul Joyce didn't drop a bomba. What are you guys talking about? He never dropped a bomba. But like TK is asking why my fan base is so deluded. They're not deluded. He's like, what do you want Arsenal? What do you want them to do? You know what I mean? Exactly. But there is Fauzi here is saying that when Mbappe left PSG won UEFA Champions League, are you saying that Newcastle win Champions League? He's not 100% wrong, though. I agree with you. However, in the same time, Frimpong, let's talk football. Frimpong is not an upgrade on Trent. Yes, right? Is not an upgrade on Trent. But in the same times, I think we'll see what happens, you know, with Frimpong. But Kirkis is an upgrade. I think Wirtz is definitely an upgrade on freaking Szoboszlai. I actually think that, of course, Ekitike or Isak are an upgrade, whatever is an upgrade on Darwin Núñez and Diego Jota. So basically, Liverpool are upgrading. You're talking about gelling and the team is going together. It's actually, you know, like, it's actually okay, but Liverpool are going to be okay. Here you go, Anfield sector. Darwin Núñez is another player who could move on with the clubs in Saudi Pro League, having long-tracked the Uruguayan forward. Al Ahly are the latest team to consider bidding for Darwin Núñez. If Liverpool get rid of... Oh my God. Okay, hold on. If the forward line next season is Salah, Fofana, Ekitike, Isak, let's say Diaz don't leave. Diaz and Gakpo. Let's say that Diaz leaves the club. Let's say Diaz leaves the club. Who are the Liverpool bringing as the left winger? You know what I mean? Who are Liverpool bringing as the left winger? It's not the point about you need to upgrade in every position, but what you need to do is actually I need to fucking do the timestamps again. I fucking forgot to do the timestamps. Again, we have 360 votes and we need the likes up a little bit. So hit that like button, guys. By the way, for the people that keep telling me Malik Fofana is going to be Salah's backup, people. Malik Fofana is the replacement for Chiesa, is not the replacement for Diaz. There is another replacement for Diaz. I don't know who he is, by the way. I don't know who he is. But is Isak, like someone actually mentioned this morning, Rory mentioned this morning about, is Isak worth 150 million? It is reported that the news will be like Isak will have actually 150 million pound. Like Liverpool might get the asking price of 150 million pound. Like even if they were to sign Isak for Newcastle United for 150 million pound, that is Liverpool are saying that they actually have the money for it. There is a lot. Danny Olmo on the Arsenal shirt. Who the fuck wants Danny Olmo? Danny Olmo's bang average player, bro. This bang average player. Are you serious? I think what Liverpool are going to offer, they're going to offer 130 million plus probably about 10, 15 million in add-ons. They will actually try to get Newcastle close to that 150 million that they are dreaming of. They're dreaming of. It is the reality. You know what the problem with what is going on later is that no one is talking about Manchester City. And I'm just going to tell you something. If this is happening for Man City, and I'm going to switch a little bit to Man City before I go back to Liverpool, because I think the four teams, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea are all linked with each other. If City are able to get Tino Livermento across the line to there, I'm not sure if Newcastle will sell Isak and Livermento in the same window, but if they actually get their hands on Livermento, that improves their defensive massively, by the way. And if anyone says otherwise, you know, one player can really improve your defense, and one player can actually make your defense look like shit. Just one player, which is Timo Livermento. If Livermento joins City, I don't know how much they're going to pay for him. I absolutely you're gonna have to actually now saying that City are filling all the holes that they have in their team. I'm gonna remove this, it makes me sweat. So Livermento is a great player, one of the best right backs in the league last season, and left backs as well. He's a physical specimen and I like him a lot. 50 million for him, 60 million for him if Newcastle want. I genuinely think that they can land him. It depends. If not, the thing about Newcastle now, which is what is going on, I actually think that the club in the current situation are actually falling apart. I'm telling you from now, Newcastle, it looks like Newcastle are a little bit falling apart in terms of like, do you think Bruno Guimaraes is not going to ask to leave? If they sell Isak and they get him Sesko, for example, if they sell Livermento, our people are going to ask to leave Newcastle. Is Tonali going to ask to go back to Italy or go somewhere in Spain? You know what I mean? If that project, and that is why I think that Newcastle are holding on to Isak and not trying to sell him, because it's a show of intent. If they keep Isak, even for this season only, they're going to show intent about the project. If Isak forces the move and they end up with Sesko and Wissa, it shows that they can't keep hold of their good players and they are just basically a glorified Brentford, you know, a glorified Brighton. They play good football, they are close to the top, but they aren't amongst the elite, that they can't. And I know that there's the money thing, the money issue and all the stuff. There is a reason why Isak wants to leave Liverpool. It's because he wants to win trophies today. You know what I mean? A lot of people like are saying, oh, Isak, you're a traitor. A lot of Newcastle fans are saying now Isak is a traitor. You know what I mean? But in the same time, you got to look at this and say, well, if you can't keep hold of your best player, if your best player, I know that Liverpool, when they sold Coutinho, remember that January they sold Coutinho. Salah has already arrived. And he actually snatched that chain from Coutinho. Remember Salah on that time was on course to break the Premier League record when Liverpool sold Coutinho. And then in January, Liverpool bought Van Dijk, and the summer after, they bought Alisson. But currently, there is no player at Newcastle that is the same level as Isak. And that is why I think if Livermento will push for the move, if City comes for him, they're going to fall apart, in my opinion. And I don't think they're going to be, like if they sell Isak, I don't think that Newcastle will make top 5 next season. They might go in the Champions League round of 16, but I don't think they're going to be serious. I got to raise my hand and say that Newcastle, I thought that Newcastle would be much better than this. I thought Newcastle would be a little bit ahead in the project. They will keep Isak. They will add to the team. Yes, they added Elanga. But all due respect to Elanga, Elanga's come from Nottingham Forest. You know what I mean? Elanga is not a needle mover for Newcastle. Yes, good player and everything is good with him, but Elanga's not. Like, with all due respect, Elanga is good. Isak is, Diaz is better. Gakpo's better. I'm just going to tell you, there's a lot of players in the league that are better. If Newcastle, if Eddie Howe is able to get this, as it is reported, that now, what is the news about this? You know what I mean? What is the news about Florian Plettenberg? Like he said, mentioned something about Newcastle and all the shit and all the stuff about Newcastle. And they are now trying to get Sesko. You know what I mean? Is Sesko good enough? Sesko, and this guy has absolutely fell off the pecking order after RB Leipzig. And after he was arrogant. Remember, there were reports that he was agreeing to join Arsenal in one condition. He wanted a release clause that he can go in the next season if he wants to go with only 10 million ahead of what Arsenal will pay. The guy, I don't think that Sesko is going to be a beast or anything. I don't think so. I think Newcastle are going to fall down the picking order, to be honest with you. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. Big up! Ponzi! Big up. With all due respect, Newcastle is not a destination for big players. It's not an attractive club, in my opinion. Holding on to players will be very hard for them. But I'm going to respond to you and say, but Man City weren't a good destination for them. Manchester is not a great place. It's not London, basically. And Manchester City were just okay. But they were able to attract players with their project. And they convinced a lot of players with money. You know what the problem with Newcastle is that they can't spend the money. that Newcastle are not able to spend that much money on wages on players, because it's different. When Man City were able to spend millions and millions back then on players, and they were able to give players high wages. That is different now with the PSR rule. Is that fair, though, that Man City were able to build their empire before the rules come in, and Newcastle now cannot build their empire because of limitations of PSR? Is that fair? I want you guys to tell me, do you guys think that that is fair? At least, right? That is fair about Newcastle? I don't think it is fair, to be honest with you, that Newcastle are being hindered. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that is fair, to be honest. Because you're basically, I'm not saying that you let Newcastle spend whatever the fuck they want. I'm just saying that Newcastle should be able to spend something. They should be able to pay the same wages as the rest of the team. You know what I mean? Like, but not like get rid of your best players like this easy, Fonzie. It's unfair that the top clubs are able to spend more than Newcastle. You know what I mean? So that is, in my opinion, it's unfair. But again, Newcastle are not a top club to able. The thing. Do you guys remember Philip when he was like, "Why would Isak leave? Why would Isak? What's an upgrade? What is this? What is that?" That's what you're talking about. That is what you're talking about. To be honest, having to go to a club like Liverpool now is actually nuts and crazy. There is more news. Barcelona joined the race. Barcelona joined the race for Real Madrid target. I don't know who the target is. Victor Gyökeres in London airport. I actually find it weird. People that actually track flights and just look at flights like this. Oh my God. He landed in London. Who gives a fuck if he landed in London? What? But that was expected that he landed. Where is he going to land? He wasn't going to land in Roma. He's actually just signing for Arsenal. Like, I find it weird. People do like flight tracking. Let's track the flight of Victor Gyökeres to London. Who gives a fuck, bro? He's going to be presented when he's presented. Like, I think it's creepy and weird, to be honest, to track a flight. You can track the medical. You can say about the medical. But you can't just talk to me about actually having tracking Victor Gyökeres like flight. You know what I mean? I wanted to do something. I wanted to compare Victor Gyökeres to Isak. You know what I mean? I wanted to compare Victor Gyökeres to Alexander Isak, and it is right there. Compare. You know what I mean? Isak as well, Alexander Isak. That'd be fun, to be honest. That would be fun. Like, why do people? I know it's content and people like it and all this shit, but that is not. Track the flight is kind of strange a little bit. Like, just tracking the flight. You know, it's kind of weird a little. Oh my God. Alexander Isak and Blue, but they play in completely different leagues. You know what I mean? Like, they play in different leagues. Let's actually compare both of them. Visit the labs. Okay. I'm going to try to do that. But let me just first put this in front of you to see what is going on. You know, you go. It's right here in front of you, you know. This is the comparison between Gyökeres and Alexander Isak. The problem here is that this is different leagues. So you got to actually put in perspective. Put in perspective that these stats are completely different leagues. You know what I mean? Of course, he's going to have a better stats, Gyökeres, because of the different league and the level of hardness in the league, the level of toughness in the league. His Premier League is probably times at least 3 or something like this. You know what I mean? But we'll see if that translates into the Premier League. That is completely different, bro. What is that website that people are talking about? Prep, Lexty, whatever thing is. Someone told me. Someone said use something, you know what I mean? Oh my God, that comment is gone now. The comment is gone. What is that comment that someone put in and say use this guy or use that is the thing? Where is it? Where is that comment that someone said use whatever? Prep Is that better now? Publicity labs. Okay. What is this? This is ridiculous. I don't know what is this. What is this? I don't know what is that. I don't know how to use that, to be honest with you. It's just kind of tough. But I'm not going to use it. It's fine. We're just comparing two players. I'm just not going to use it. There are other things that I wanted to actually show you guys about Arsenal fans and what is going on. I actually wanted to play the video for Ben Jacobs talking about the Arsenal goings and outgoings. And that is what happened with the football terrace. That is actually, if you guys didn't watch this part, I wanted to comment on it a little bit. So let's just look at it.
Malik Fofana, who's far cheaper and very highly rated by both Liverpool and also Arsenal. You got Anthony Gordon. What if Alexander Isak stays? Someone might make a late window play for Anthony Gordon instead. And again, Arsenal and Liverpool really like that player. But if Arsenal bring in a left winger specifically, they'll need a departure first, according to my information. And then centrally, Eberici Eze, keen on a move to Arsenal. Crystal Palace is...
I think it's muted or something like this, right? No, it's not muted. I think you guys can hear it. Yes. Here you go.
Position is release clause or nothing. We'll have to wait and see whether Arsenal try anything, knowing that. So they've held the club-to-club talks that I referenced a few weeks ago, and they've been told directly it's release clause or nothing at this stage of the window anyway. So now the ball's back in Arsenal's court, whether they move or not. Do they enter the race for Xavi Simons, where there's clear appreciation? It's not impossible. So I don't think Arsenal are done yet. It will be Gyökeres and potentially one more attacker, in my opinion, but we may need to wait for an exit first.
So just based on your information, so unlikely that they get Eze and another left-sided winger.
I think at this stage, certainly without a major outgoing, obviously Eze can play centrally or over on that left-hand side. Noni Madueke can play on the left-hand side too. So it will be a surprise if there's more than one attacker. Now, we have had some suggestions in the last kind of 24 hours that Gabriel Jesus might be up for sale. So there could be a few moving parts and other slightly less expected outgoings. But at the moment, if everything goes according to plan, I think it might be one more attacker, not two. So just either a left winger or a central attacking midfielder. And then the possibility, if they go big on the left winger, that Martinelli or Trossard will have to be sold. And you may remember on this show, we've said many, many times the same thing, that it's only each extreme with both of those players. So Martinelli is not for sale as of now, and there's been some formative engagement over a new deal. Trossard has had positive talks over an extension. So when people hear that, the natural assumption is they'll both stay, and that may be true. But I think if they stay between now and certainly the end of next season, they'll stay on new terms. You don't usually have to work on these renewals during the window. It's not impossible. But I think more likely is that if they end up Arsenal players at the end of the window, steps will be taken to lock them down on fresh terms, reward them and or protect their value. The other extreme is that in the process of trying to renew each, you just get a really good offer in the next 5 weeks. And then at the other extreme, I think Arsenal would entertain that.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm actually thinking that Arsenal might need to actually try to sell one of Martinelli or Trossard. I don't know why some Arsenal fans are still hanging on the idea that Martinelli should stay. I don't know why. Like, I don't see what is the reason for some people to be liking Martinelli. You know what I mean? Like, Martinelli should go, in my opinion. Like, they should just let him go, you know? Like, there is no reason for you to actually have Martinelli on your team. Before we go on and continue, I just wanted to say a couple of things. And if you became a member now, you know who to thank. Mr. German Chicken Wing, all the way from Switzerland. Actually, Fonzie became a member. Fonzie, you just became a member by someone gifting you membership, you fraud. AAA, D did not become a member. Barry, Red Vision, Alexander Jozovic became a member. So if you become a member now, you know who to thank, guys. Big up Chicken Wing for this. Thank you, my man, for supporting the channel. Appreciate you. Someone said, no, I was disrespectful to you last time. I apologize for my behavior, but you are wrong. This is why. We can all be wrong, but you don't have to be disrespectful. You get the point? Like, nobody is right all the time, but you don't have to be disrespectful. And if someone tells you I'm right all the time, you can actually tell them that they are wrong, basically. You can just tell them that they are wrong right away. Big up people that like Isak would never. I wanted to actually understand how can Liverpool afford Isak, and this is one of the things that people actually complained about, that Liverpool have signed Isak. After this, I'm going to show you a video that Igal tweeted as well. So let's hear what this man says about Liverpool. Thank you so much, Paul Joyce, with update on Anfield agenda. The Anfield edition, we actually did that one. Liverpool, no, it's not that Igal is crying. It is, the problem is, now this is the mentality. Okay, let's listen to that video quickly. It's on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. This is it. It's another Instagram video that I actually saw the other day, and I just wanted to share it with you. Here we go.
Now that Arsenal have finally signed Victor Gyökeres, I'm going to make a quick prediction. The day he scores his first goal for Arsenal and he does the mouse celebration, right, it's automatically going to be seen as sneaky, over the top, and just cringe. Not just from players and rival fans, but from the pundits and ex-players. For no reason, just because he plays for Arsenal. Mark my words. Now,
this is ridiculous. Why is he playing the victim now? They signed Victor. Like, to be honest with you, I saw this and I'm like, bro, are you mad? Why? Why are you thinking like this? You know, like already, like nothing even happened and you're playing already the victim about this. And oh my God, he's gonna, Arsenal fans, do you guys feel the same? Do Arsenal fans feel the same? Like, do Arsenal fans, like with all the, I have a lot, by the way, you guys know that I have a lot of Arsenal subscribers, right? Do Arsenal fans, all of them, feel like this? Nobody care, you know. But it's not true. It is not that true. Like, you think, do you think people care? Have you ever thought about it from this perspective, D? That because you're not winning titles, people like kind of like a little bit are triggered with the celebrations. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't celebrate. You can celebrate a little bit. But I don't think that because Victor Gyökeres play for Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres had this celebration. You know what I mean? Before he even joined Arsenal. So I don't understand, why do people think like that? People think that this is true, that the media actually criticize Arsenal over the top, especially celebrations and stuff. I know that the media is harsh on Arsenal. Alhamdulillah, the Blue Lounge. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I don't think that is the case. Like, I don't think that people don't criticize. Like, for example, there are things that I call out. Like, for example, people criticizing Miles Lewis Kelly, for example, that was disgusting and that was very harsh. People that criticized Martin Odegaard was very harsh. You know what I mean? But people actually, I get what people are saying, that some people call the Arsenal fans cringe. Probably, maybe that is true. But again, do other teams do these things? Like, do you see other teams do the same things that Arsenal players do? Like, I don't see them. Maybe because they're not highlighted in the media as much as the Arsenal stuff that happened get highlighted. Like, is that something that gets spoken about more often than others? I actually don't think so. It's very strange that this show we haven't spoken about actually football yet. What is really annoying are rival fans consuming our content and club media but calling us cringe. Stop obsessing about our clubs. You know what the problem is with that? Is that Can I ask you a question, everyone? Arsenal fans and rivals fans? Can I ask you a question for real? That is just a genuine question. If Arsenal won trophies, if Arsenal won the league last season or the season before, do you think people would have cared? Have you ever thought about that people actually do that to Arsenal, especially because it's an easy target? Because people are bullies, you know what I mean? People, fans are bullies, medias are bullies. It's the easy target. Rory said it this morning. He said that the easiest target in the Premier League is probably Mikel Arteta. The second easiest target is probably Amorim because he coaches Man United. It's an easy target. Amorim and Mikel Arteta. Do you want me to tell you who was a very easy target for the media to criticize? And actually, there was a lot of stuff. I remember back in the days, about 4 or 5 years ago, or even more, every time people would criticize who? Do people remember who used to be criticized in the media about the behavior and jumping up and down on the touchline, and people called him, you're acting like this, you're acting like that, why are you acting? Why? Do people know who used to be called that all the time and being called cringe about the hugs and the chest bangs and all this stuff? And do people remember who's the club and the coach that kept actually being criticized over and over in the media? It is Jurgen Klopp. Every time you open the media, it was Jurgen Klopp did this, Jurgen Klopp did that. Why is he celebrating with his fans like this? It's so cringe. Why is he hugging his players after the games? You're not a winner yet. Pep Guardiola is smashing you. You're coming second every year. You won the league 1 year in COVID. Why are you still doing the cringe thing and banging on your chest and acting tough and doing this and that? People used to say the same thing about Jurgen Klopp. And Liverpool fans used to complain. Same as Arsenal fans now. They used to complain a lot about it. That's the thing. But you know who? The English media used to do that all the time. Don't lie. Oh my God. All the English media used to criticize Jurgen Klopp massively. Oh my God. The amount of articles and videos and TikToks and Instagram and Twitters about Jurgen Klopp hugging Trent or hugging Salah or being cringe on the touchline and all the stuff that he does. They used to criticize him and used to make fun of them, bro, all the time about Jurgen Klopp. Oh my God, his celebration with the cup is all over the top. Why is he celebrating like this? Do you remember when he used to call out the media and call out everybody? That happens all the time, people. It happens all the time. But one of the things, and I'm just being completely honest with you guys, one of the things about Arsenal is that Mikel Arteta hasn't won yet. He hasn't won. You know what I mean? That is the problem. We haven't won in a while, and the children have forgotten. That is the problem, that Arsenal haven't won in a while, D. That is why when celebrations happen, people tell you, but you haven't won the league yet. But you haven't won a trophy yet, and they're going to make fun of you. I promise you guys, if Arsenal win the league this season, or the champs, all this cringe thing, all this shit thing, and you will be unbearable. And I know that for a fact. Arsenal fans, some of Arsenal fans are unbearable without even winning the league or the Champions League. See, imagine if Arsenal win something this season. Oh my God. Bro, Liverpool fans were unbearable when they were just going for the quad. They haven't won yet. And they were unbearable. And some of the Arsenal fans now are, but I gotta say something. There are a lot of Arsenal fans. Okay, this is cool. I never saw this right in front of me. It's right here. I didn't see it. Some of the Liverpool fans, some of the Arsenal fans have been a little bit humble lately. A little bit humble lately about what is going on around and the club and all the stuff. You know what I mean? People, Lawrence is saying we just I can't read this fucking word, Lawrence. Lawrence, recuperating the same energy YouTube gives us. That is fine. People say that Arteta won in his first season. No one counts that cup. No one counts that FA Cup. It's not that. You have to win the league with the champs, guys. Guys, Arsenal are a big club. You guys are a big club. You know what I mean? You guys are a massive club in Europe. You have a massive fan base. That is what you need to do. You know what I mean? To win. Mo, why do you rate Arteta but you flamed Inzaghi? Inzaghi is a very good coach, but he sabotaged the end. Bro, he lost 5-0 and he dropped the league. And I'm telling you, he wasn't focused. He was focused in Saudi Arabia and the money. Both are very good coaches. And Inzaghi is a good coach. You saw how he coached Al Hilal against Man City. You know he coaches very well. You know he's a very good coach. Bro, Arteta is a very good coach. And by the way, anyone that says otherwise is just deluded. He's a very good coach. Man manager? Maybe not. He's a very good coach. Are you mad? And by the way, if anyone tells you Arteta is not a good coach, he did. Do you want me to tell you something? It's the first time I'm going to say this on YouTube. It's the first time. Anyone that says that Arteta is not a good coach, football coach, doesn't know football. Anyone. He might not be a good manager. He might not be the manager that gets you over the line. But you know what's different? There are a lot of coaches in the history of the sport that they are not good coaches, but they're very good managers and they get you over the line. Arteta's a good coach. He hasn't proven yet that he can get the club over the line. But as a coach, as a football coach, tactician, someone that plays football, that can develop players, that can develop a plan, that can develop a team, that can play a game, that can have a plan, he's a very good coach. Very good coach. Is he a good manager? A manager is different. A manager is someone that in tough times, in tough positions, he can read games, change games. He can like man management and does a lot of things, other things in football. You know, I've been told that some coaches are not just good coaches. They're not good tacticians. They're just good man managers and good situation managers. But currently, you got to look at Mikel Arteta and say, he's a very good coach in the world of football now. Mikel Arteta is good. But at the end, that can't stay forever. Arne Slot won the league and he proved to us that he's a good coach. By the way, what Arne Slot did last season with Liverpool is not easy. Allowed Salah to actually do his thing. Gravenberch, McAllister had a very good season. Szoboszlai, he utilized Szoboszlai to the best. Cody Gakpo as well. I'm not saying that Cody Gakpo had a magnificent season, but they all were the supporting cast for the main player, which is Mohamed Salah. They all were the supporting cast for Mohamed Salah, and he did that brilliantly. Excuse me. He did that brilliantly last season. What the fuck? I ate lib seeds, if people know what that is. But in the same time, you gotta look at this and say, if Arteta leaves, and if Arsenal get another coach, is he gonna be able to do the same work as Arteta? Which is fine. If you put a poll up, people would want Inzaghi over Arteta ultimately, and rightfully so. Probably because Inzaghi is a very good coach, but he got over the line. Right? But in the same time, you know what the question is? You have a sample size of Arteta 5 years in the Premier League. Right? You have a sample size of Arteta 5 years in the Prem. Wallahi, I'm going to say something. لب جابه من مصر يا ابني. جابه معايا من مصر. I'm gonna say something. Who's a better coach, Arteta or Arne Slot? If Arteta had, okay, let me just ask you guys something for real. If Arteta had Liverpool team, if Arteta was fired from Arsenal, he took over Liverpool last season, same circumstances, and Arne Slot took over Arsenal, who would have won the league? See, don't tell me who's the better coach. Answer the question. It's a Liverpool or Arsenal. If Arteta was fired, okay, let's imagine that Arteta was fired last season from Arsenal. And instead of Liverpool hiring Arne Slot, they hired Mikel Arteta. And Arsenal, same circumstances, had Arne Slot at their team. Who would have won the league last season? Liverpool or Arsenal? See, it's very simple. It's a very simple question. You think that last season, same circumstances, switch coaches, you think that Arsenal would have won the league? Really? So people really think, it's a hypothetical question. I never said otherwise. It's tough. But we got to put these hypotheticals for the people to understand what we're talking about. If that is very simple. You can't answer, but I want to hear what you guys think. You think that Slot at Arsenal last season, same circumstances, Arsenal would have won the league and Liverpool would have lost the league? Really? You really think that? You all are nuts. You all are crazy. Saeed who? Who's Saeed? Saeed is not. You all are crazy. Isak stay. Bomba from Saeed TV. Saeed hopes that Isak stays. Saeed, you fraud. Your video that you dropped is the funniest shit I've seen. We cannot let this happen. The Premier League has to stop it. You have to stop. You're not even in a direct competition with Liverpool. You fraud. Let me ask you something, Saeed, my younger brother. Would you rather have Liverpool or Arsenal win the league next season? Quick question, Saeed only the answer if he's still here. Would you rather have Arsenal or Liverpool win the league next season? Quickly. Arsenal all day. All right then. My man said Arsenal all day. That's a true Man United fan, you know? That fucking hates Liverpool to his core. He's like, I would rather see anybody win the league but Liverpool Football Club. I like this. That's a true Man United fan right there. A man is like, fuck Liverpool. Never want to see them win the title. If Liverpool win the title next season, it's their 21st league title. And Man United fans, oh my word, they're gonna fucking cry. Bro, it's gonna be hilarious. Because some Man United fans would be okay. They hate the Arsenal fan base. They hate the Arsenal fan base. Let's go back to the question. And Fonzie, I am so tired of wait till he gets his player. We'll see the true Arne Slot. Klopp didn't win the league for 4 years. The players didn't just win it for him. I don't understand this, Fonzie, again. I'm so tired of wait until he gets his players. We'll see the true Arne Slot. Arne Slot played some of his football last season, and he was good. You know what I mean? Didn't win the league for 4 years, but it is fair enough. But Arne Slot next season, I think that Liverpool will be better than last season, to be honest. Liverpool will be much better than last season. I'm gonna get to Twitter and the messages. Just give me a second. German chicken wing Southampton manager would have won the league last season with Liverpool. No joke. You serious? You serious? Okay, German chicken wing. You believe that? Guys, I'm going to repeat the question again. Last season, Arteta sacked from Arsenal. Liverpool, instead of hiring Arne Slot, they hire Arteta. Same window, same everything. Arsenal hire Arne Slot instead of Arteta. Which club would have won the league? Same circumstances. Same circumstances. Which club would have won the league? You let me know what you think. You let me know what you guys think. Arsenal with Slot. People really think that Arsenal would have won the league last year. That is fucking crazy. Wallah al-Azim, it's fucking crazy. Oh my word. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I might not be able to play that YouTube video, my friend. I might not be able to play that YouTube video because it has like it has footage, my friend. I can't play the video. It has footage. It will absolutely destroy my AdSense account, to be honest with you. Arteta would play Salah as right back. Oh my god. You live in the real world, and I'm just putting hypothetical. Normally, in the real world, Thomas, and I'm just going to teach you something for life. In the real world, to actually compare two things, and that's physics, you need to put them in the same environment, the same exact environment, to actually be able to compare them. You're going to compare two things without actually being in the same environment. You get my point? So that is something that is you need to check. So that is what is going on. Look up, guys. What is next on the agenda? Actually, Luis Diaz, Eze wants to move to Arsenal, apparently. It's controlled environment. Of course, Arteta would have. Liverpool won the league when Rodri got injured. Yeah. Arsenal have the best defense. No one can stop them. But their attack was whack last season. So you got to admit that their attack was whack. By the way, have you guys seen these stats about like Victor Gyökeres on every 20 games with 45 minutes plus, they get 1.5 million euro, 1.25 million euros, up to 5 million. Every 20 goals contribution, 500k up to the limit of 1 million. So if you get 40 GA, they get 5 million, they get 1 million. Every season qualification for the Champions League is 1 million up to a limit of 4 million. This is shit. You know what? This is like, what is this? 1 million here, 1.5 million here. Why isn't it like straightforward, bro? This is what Sporting Lisbon were like fighting about. 1 million euro here, 1.5 million euro here, 20 goal contribution. This is bullshit and shit, to be honest. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, this is nuts, to be honest with you guys. It's actually crazy how people think about this. I don't like this comments on stage shit that happens. I'm not sure if you guys like it or not. Like, this is what Sporting Lisbon have asked for. Like, utter woke. What's this bullshit thing that is in front of us? This is what they were negotiating for like 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks, bro. This is what people have negotiated about. Guys, we have 700 votes and only 370 likes. Basically, more than half of the people here have voted and not liked the video. I said before, solo shows, they require more likes to be presented to more people. Just hit that like button. Why are you guys not liking the video? And also, we are less than 40 subs away from 38K, 40 only. So hit the like button. We're 40 subs. We are on 966 subs to get 38K tonight. We can rise as a nation and get, you know what I mean? And get this. Come on, guys. Let's get to 500 likes at least. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained, people? Come on. Let's get to 500 likes. We'll do a tank top stream. No, yeah, haram. I can't do a tank top stream. What, do you want to see my arms? You freak. You weirdo. You want to see my arms? Is that what you want? Fonzie, with your anime picture? Is that what is going on? That is actually crazy. Come on. There is the hand of Arsenal. What is this? Livermento, Florian. This is fucking crazy. The Newcastle Sesko thing is fucking weird. Ben Jacobs, Luis Diaz. Chelsea, though. We're sleeping on Chelsea. If you are okay, let's play it again. If you're a Chelsea fan type 1, if you're an Arsenal fan type 2, if you are a Liverpool fan type 3, if you're a Man City fan type 4, if you're a Man United fan type 5, if you're a Spurs fan type 6, let's see. Wow, it's a lot of Arsenal fans. 4, Man City 3. Where are the Chelsea fans? Because Chelsea fans have disappeared. You know what I mean? Yeah, yo, Chelsea fans disappeared. It's nuts. Some of them are here. Big up, guys. Big up, people. Chelsea fans are wonderful. I like that Chelsea thing is like lurking in the dark. You know what I mean? Chelsea fans are like waiting for things to happen, for them to actually jump on opportunities and talk about things. Going live to explain the Alexander Isak situation, where we stand. By the way, this is a new thing. Alexander Isak decision is made. I think I have a lot of Liverpool fans and Chelsea fans as well. Alexander Isak in 42 appearances, 27 goals, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Newcastle position remain. The message simple. Isak is not for sale. This is the line coming from the club officials, actually. Bro, the club is saying that Isak is not for sale. Still. Oh, my God. Isak is not. Imagine if Liverpool don't get Isak. Are Liverpool good enough if they don't get Isak and don't get Rodrigo? What is going to happen next season? If Liverpool don't get Isak and don't get Rodrigo, what happens? Are we changing our tune about next season? Are we changing our tune about next season? Right? Then Liverpool says they go and get Rodrigo. Fine. But does that make Arsenal favorites for the league? Does that make Arsenal favorites for the league, though? If Arsenal get Eze and get Eucharist, does that make them favorites for the league? No. I don't know. Actually, I have to think about it, you know. We have to absolutely think about it. Oh, Saad is going live. Cora Pod with Ashraf and the rest of them. We can actually send you to the Cora Pod as well. What else is here? Bro, it's ridiculous. I think Liverpool fans, I told you Liverpool fan, Isak is not done, but if Isak says, if Isak wants to go, what if Newcastle tell him wait and we'll sell you next season? Gentleman's agreement. Wait and we'll sell you next season. What happens then? What is going to happen? Are they going to force the move or what is going to happen? It's ridiculous. Stop it. More Liverpool spent $500 million in one window. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but will Arsenal be favorites then? If that happens. If that happens. This Anfield sector guy is so like active on my timeline. And it's fucking weird, bro. It's fucking strange. He's actually active. But listen, I'm going to let you go to Saad, actually. I'm going to redirect to Saad. He's in the Cora Pod. They're about to start, actually. You know? Hit that like button before you guys go. Thank you all for the support. I like this new Sholo shows. That they are actually very funny and I like them and they're amazing, you know. And I like what is going on. Don Assam is live later, if I'm not mistaken. That is the Liverpool show, if I'm not mistaken. But that is very late. Assam is live late. Am I mistaken? Or is he live soon? Yeah, he's live at 11. So we have to actually send you guys. Can we get to 500 likes before we end the show? And actually, I just want to tell you guys something. We're very close again to the subscribers count. We're only 30. Solo shows are amazing. If you guys are getting involved in the competition even more, of course, with comments. That would be actually better now. And I want to thank German Chicken Wing #1 for handing 5 memberships for the people. For Super Chats, Fonzie for supporting the channel. Fozi, of course, from LFC Red, and Red Dawn and Taranga for supporting the channel. Appreciate you guys for the great effort and the great support of this channel. I'm going to let you guys go to SADs. It's so chill and funny, and I hope that we do more often, to be honest with you. I'm going to let you go to SAD. Football Corner. Let's go. Footy Judge Moraid in the description. And I'll see you guys soon. Let's go.